Good evening, this is Mehran speaking. The series of talks about spirituality and the nature of existence. Today we are going to talk about the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? What is the nature of existence? The purpose of life basically is for consciousness to come to get to know itself, and become self-aware. So as human beings, we are expressions of consciousness, all individuals, yet connected to each other. So we're having experiences of all kinds, and those experiences go into what is called our Akashic record, which is a record of all our lifetimes through our many different lifetimes. And there are people who are talented enough to read someone's Akashic record and be able to tell them about their previous lifetimes. So, nature of existence. Basically, all of us have got consciousness which is diffuse and without beginning and without end in us. Some people call it the life force, some people call it chi energy, some people call it God, whatever you want to call it. I prefer to call it life, maybe the life force or the life energy. What gives us all life? It's also consciousness. Consciousness which is without beginning and without end, and is formless. Now some people say, well, what is the universe? The universe has form. Well, the universe is not other than consciousness. The universe is an expression of consciousness. In other words, it is consciousness which has modified itself or collapsed upon itself to form the material world. So, what is the material world? What is the material? Basically, if you look at 20th century physics, when matter is released through, say, an explosion, let's talk about a nuclear bomb, you get a flash of light followed by an immense release of energy. Therefore, what does that say about matter? Matter is energy slowed to a slow vibration. It is also light contracted upon itself. Therefore, from physics we know that light travels in waves continuously. Now, when those waves contract upon themselves, you form circular layers. In chemistry they are known as these rings which surround the inner nucleus in which electrons reside. Now in the first ring there's 2 electrons, and in subsequent rings there are 8 electrons. Therefore, what that is basically is the light which travels in that fashion, contracting upon itself, forming concentric rings around a central nucleus, which appears to be matter. Now, we also know that the size of a nucleus compared to an atom would be like a 20p coin compared to a cathedral. So it's vastly empty space with concentrated energy in the center. In other words, energy slowed down to a vibration. If you look at the states of matter, for example, water can exist in 3 states: solid, gas, and liquid. And if you give it heat, it goes from liquid to gas, and from solid to liquid if you give it heat as well. So basically, states of consciousness are similar in nature. In my next talk I will be talking about what happens to us when we die. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.